welcome back to another episode here on UFSU University.
Got him.
My name's Tam, and I'm joined by
Travis, TNT Tangeman,
James,
and Michael.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we've taken a bunch of your guys' UFS topics, as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So with that said, a little bit of housekeeping before we get into it. If you like the content, please go to patreon.com/UFS University, subscribe to one of the tier levels, and throw us some bucks so we can keep the lights on and keep delivering some really awesome, cool content for you. My computer died. I killed my computer. Because
physically, actually.
I suck at computering. Me and James spent about 4 hours recording the
cram sessions
for 7th Cross, and I lost it all.
Oh no.
All of it.
Gross.
and
no.
the podcast,
As well
and
as
all the assets, and all the
I lost everything
programs.
from my computer. So
his computer is empty,
7th Cross,
like his soul.
like my soul. 7th Cross is going to be obviously delayed. It's not out.
Tam's fault. Blame Tam.
Whatever. So, yeah, my bad. I'm trying to get my computer fixed, and then we'll rock it again.
Might be.
If you want to support us in a different way, you can do cool YouTube stuff like comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we've got a TCG player, which we will have 7th Cross up very, very soon. How was your week in UFS?
Pretty good. I tested the Woodman Stacker deck. It was fine. I did get a little bit unlucky at that tournament, I'd say, but I think the deck definitely could be improved, which is something I'd be interested in doing in the future.
Okay.
And this week, I also plan on building a Stacker Raptor list.
Okay. Just really digging deep into the stacking mechanic.
Yeah.
Are you just liking it that much?
Yeah, I'm stacking has always been a really cool mechanic to me. So like I really like Mega Man and stuff, and it's an interesting concept to explore, and I'm glad that they finally got around to it again.
Okay. I dig it. James, how's your week in UFS?
I played Mad Pro at our locals.
How Mad Pro under
Fire.
Fire.
And what was the cool gimmick you were doing with Mad Pro?
Everything's unblockable.
Everything's blockable. You're playing all 4
Stacking.
characters. You're stacking.
Yeah. I went 0-3, but I took everybody to game 3.
Hey, how often did you get all 4 characters up?
I'll say the ones where you destroyed me game 1.
The only game you didn't was against me.
Yeah. Like outside of our match, yeah. I beat you. You beat me really fast. Then I beat you really fast because I had like 3 coffees almost in hand.
That's right.
And then you beat me really fast again. And then I think 2 out of the 3 games versus Travis, I didn't have it. But like other than that, I had like every single game.
Okay. Yeah. And Michael, where'd you play the tournament?
Bank Soaps.
I played Air Torn, Tornaloo. Yeah.
Footloose.
My deck's sweet. I really like it. I've only made changes to try and like make it more consistent. I think I want to mess with the attack lineup, but I think my foundations are solid. I think my actions are solid. I think the assets I'm playing are fine. And I think my deck is really good. And if I open up well enough, I can kill you on turn 2, like almost guaranteed. So
Yeah.
I think my deck is very good.
I still have Scorpion made, which Samantha Stevens ran at our locals. I'm probably going to run it this weekend.
She should have 2-0'd me.
She should have. Because I grant you death is a nutty.
If you died to I grant you death twice, you might have quit the game. Like we were sitting next to you during that match, and she did that. And you were like,
You were so mad.
you were so upset. You were
That
so
card is
upset.
really
No,
dumb
because my
though.
You were exactly at 12. You responded.
I know, and my hand was
Yeah?
like super good. I had
You're
like
right.
double fog blanket, iron knuckle, irradiate.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't that you like died from I grant you death. You died from 3 I grant you death.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
I have every reason
death,
to be
death,
mad.
death.
James,
4-4-4. Yeah, you should,
Don't
you should be
don't
mad
don't
as
sit at
fuck.
12.
don't get poked once. Don't my 20 life character. Don't get poked.
Why are you
once,
sitting at
ladies and
12 when
gentlemen.
I grant you death's a card?
Duh.
You
Don't
gotta at least be sitting at 19. You
Don't-
don't want to die by all 4.
It's not
Don't
like I
block
didn't
this.
Try and block.
don't block this from hell.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
I played P Shooter Devora. That deck is really rad, but it is not quite wide enough in order to encompass like a real real competitive scene. It's really fun casually. It's really fun at locals, but I don't think it has much to do outside of it. If you have any lists, I'd love to see them. And then I am trying to figure out if I'm going to play Scorpion for Dallas or if I'm going to play Dejanet for Dallas.
I seriously think you should play Dejanet. I think that deck is really good.
I also think so.
I just think Mike doesn't want to have to play against.
Sorry,
Scorpion.
I think that deck is very good because of like the advantage that you can gain.
Yeah.
And then the fact that your character is so like good on defense.
I mean, she already won a PTC.
Yeah, she did. She did. And my list that I made before I even saw Scott's was incredibly similar. But we will get to that. We're gonna try and see if we can get through top the whole PTC in one topic, but man, do I just not think we're going to. I think it's just too big of a topic. We're going to start at 8th place with Gil under all. This deck is sick.
By Matthew Turner.
Piglet has made his triumphant return. He had a big, huge, long post on Facebook about where he's been in his retirement and has come back to the game.
I do not know him, but I read that entire thing.
And it was
that was a lot.
So
to read.
great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the nicest guys in the whole wide world.
Yeah. I don't know you, but it's nice to have you back.
So yeah, let's talk about it. 17 attack. Gil is playing Pit. Hanya is punching Judy Gil, which sounds sick.
Yeah.
And he said like his main inspiration for the deck was actually seeing Shane Duckworth's Goro list from Worlds, and he's playing Shokin Prince Gil.
Yeah.
Is
Wow.
this viable? Like Gil's one of those characters like we've seen a bunch of different builds and they all look super similar. This is the first cool build, lame Gil that I've ever seen.
I think I don't know how someone didn't think of this like before he did, because this is actually a really good wall strategy because you have a character that not only gains life but reduces speed to make things extremely easy to block and is actually a 7-hander whenever they play cards.
Yeah.
So like the reason why it's good is you can wall out better than your opponent because whenever they're playing cards, you're drawing cards. B, all of their stuff is easier to block because you're Gil, so you give things minus speed, which means that you can purely outlast them in a battle of, oh, my attacks are going to get more stats than yours.
My issue here is that we don't have any attack recursion. We're playing 16.
17.
Or 17, sorry. We're playing 17 attacks. Like,
Yeah.
Wind Embrace is cool. Ghost Thief is cool. Seraphatic Wing is cool. Like, but it's a 4 of on reversal. Like, Plant Barrier. I guess Plant Barriers are attack recursion. I block with Plant Barrier. I stack an attack.
Draw a card.
You play another card. I draw a card.
If you don't, I draw on my turn. So.
Yeah. Okay, so Plant Barrier is.
And like
is
Ghost
bad.
Thief draws
Very
him 3
good.
cards, so like.
Yeah, and we've got like 4 high seas. Like, not only that, but we're playing. No, we're not playing. Yeah, we are playing 4 Telekinetic Mastery. So
Of course.
This, yeah.
The card's so nuts.
Yeah.
That card is so good.
And so, like, Gil's going to stretch out his 27 life forever. Reduce your speed. If you try to increase the speed or damage, I'll decrease the speed or damage, whichever I need, to infinity. And we've got 4 Shokin Prince, 4 High Seas Adventure whenever I don't want to deal with something. This deck seems really rad.
Curious
God.
Magnetism, too.
4 Commander of Outworld's army too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey, you know-
he's never dying.
Yeah.
You just like Curious Magnetism, drop their speed, flip it.
Whoever got 4th place is who he lost.
Kevin
to.
Broberg.
Kevin Broberg, which we'll get to.
That makes a lot of sense actually.
The Spike deck just seems to like. I think it was just gonna run him over. I think this
Yeah.
deck's like super interesting. Anything else to say on Gil?
No, I think the
it
deck's
is-
cool.
I think it is beautifully defensively, and then with Punch and Judy, it's got like good offensive
It's
power.
got that
Gil is one
blowout.
of those characters that I have probably made the most starting deck lists for. Of like, hey, I want to play Tenga Dive, and then I'll like make the deck, and then be like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. I get halfway through the list, and then like, oh, I want to play Guilty Throne because I think Guilty Throne Gil's insane. I don't want to play this anymore. It's just one of those characters that I think is so wide with what he can do that I'm really glad that Piglet brought the strategy. Moving on to 7th, we've got Chun-Li 2 Dot,
Whoa.
John Ash. The interesting thing that I'm seeing here is just one Nutcracker.
One Nutcracker.
Give me a
and-
reason why that's he played 1 because he didn't not because he didn't own 3, but
I was
because
going to say,
he wanted to
'cause he
play
doesn't own $120 to spend on.
one. Yeah. Why would he only play 1?
because the other attacks do more in his deck for what he wants to do. Drawing one card with no way to do anything with it doesn't do anything for him. Like, the only thing that he can really do is
Is he playing?
that's it. Like, all he can do is just put a card that's going to count towards progressive in his card pool to draw a card.
Okay.
And it has Breaker 1.
Yeah,
Breaker 2.
that makes sense. So like, the most mileage you ever get out of Nutcracker usually is when you're adding in something that doesn't count towards progressive with it. So like, Sense of Morals or what's the card from Endine?
Seasoned Guide.
So yeah, Season Guide, stuff along those lines that doesn't count
Or
towards
unless
your
you
prog.
got, like, Let's Cut Loose.
Yeah,
Or
or-
Maxie's Foundation.
or
Max's
Let's Cut Loose.
Foundation.
Yeah, stuff like that. So like, you're really getting the most mileage from it out of either all Earth than you are from, like, let's say playing a good deck.
I mean, I gotta disagree only because like Burning with Revenge has good on it,
I mean, sure.
doesn't
But-
it? It's got
Yeah, it's
air-
Maxie's card.
good.
Oh yeah,
Good
all
yeah.
air.
I guess
Yeah.
it does have good. So
So 10 damage Nutcrackers seem like
So
that's
it's-
the only way I kill people.
it's good under all of its symbols, but I'd say it's better under like all because
Okay.
you have more options that don't count towards progressives.
Did you
It's
see
also
my
not a shuffle
Chun-Li
target.
Yeah,
It's also not, yeah.
yeah.
Did you see my Chun-Li deck I did for the channel?
Mm-mm.
There's a lot of cool let's cut loose and moving shit
Yeah.
stuff. It's really neat.
Probably like
And
that
then-
whole package isn't fair. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
is there anything else interesting about this?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any 7th Cross cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
it's
true.
it's just, it's also the weekend that it came out, and so like
Yeah.
you might just not have them.
Yeah.
Desperate for Redemption seems really rad.
His side deck has a Morgan 2-dot.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It does.
That's rad.
That's
and Double Dark
interesting.
Cherry Toe. I'm digging that. I'm also digging For Captain's Discontent. We called it that card.
That card's nuts.
That
That
card's
card's
very, very good.
That card's very good now.
That card should always be a 4 of now.
4 Confronting Jetta. 4 of that unique card. Seems needed.
Yeah.
It's 3/3 in Chun-Li.
Yeah.
It's XX.
He really
in
wants
Morgan.
to see it.
Yeah.
Plus with like Nutcracker, anything that has EX on it, you're just like, oh, +6 speed, +6 damage. So that's a really good thing as well. Woody's Leaf Shield, if they're in deadlock, you play it. Oh, I'll give it 5/5. Oh, it was actually 5/10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super good. That's super good. Moving on. We're going to do Timmy Two Belts. He'll always be Timmy Two Belts in my heart. Tim Keefe playing Selinka 1-dot. And this is interesting. He's only playing 5 characters. He's
Yeah.
not playing the
I've
full
actually
8.
been seeing that in a lot of all of these deck profiles for all these characters.
And I got to say, I agree.
Yeah.
Tornaloose is the only one playing more, but that's because he doesn't have to have them in his deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts
He
without
starts with them.
Yeah.
So, like, he's
Yeah.
the only one that
So,
doesn't
like,
have to.
It makes a lot of sense because A, characters can clog your starting hand,
Mhm.
and B, especially with Selinka, you only really need to stack up to 4 of the 2-dot because stacking another one of the 1-dot doesn't actually do anything for you.
It makes...
It counts as 2 characters.
No,
Well,
the 1
no.
dot doesn't. The 2 dot does.
The 2-dot does.
Oh, I thought it said all your
No.
other characters. Okay.
No.
But the 1 dot says that like when you do play Moondance Ritual, you get to pick up a cooler card. Like if you have
Well-
to build it.
Well,
right?
yeah, but optimally, you don't want to be building a 1-dot. You'd rather just build a 2-dot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because, like, if he stacks all of them, the most he can get is 5 anyways, and the biggest card he has is a 5 diff.
Well, that's not true because Selinka 2 dot
Counts as
as
2.
2.
So
Yeah.
he just needs to build 2 dots and he can get
Oh,
a
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like,
and so like you like I think the ones are just
like-
extra. It's just
It
3
does-
more damage that you could possibly have on your
what's her base
add a
difficulty?
character add a thing down.
4.
Okay.
Your non-throw attack gets +X damage. It's also characters in your discard pile for Alurophobia.
Yeah.
But we're only playing 2 of that card. I think this card's really, really cool. I think this deck's really, really cool. I'm not sure how I feel about Moonflare. I actually I'm not seeing it's a 4.
So I was
high for
reading some
5
comments
stun
because
too.
people mentioned it too. Was like one of the reasons Tim said he really, really likes in this deck is because it covers your zones. Like the block zone on that card covers a lot of things.
The high.
Yeah, like that's what he said. He was like that worked really well defensively, and like it just kind of does enough on offense.
Okay.
It was like he just needed something to cover that zone. I believe. I'll look see if I can find it. It might just be this one right here. We'll
4
see.
Wishing Ward. Momentum control, probably for the Deja matchup.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure.
Oh,
about that card.
he was talking about Purifying Roar.
I
Never
love that
mind.
card. I think that card's really, really good.
I like that he's playing
That was
Cassiel.
what, they were talking about Purifying Roar in the comments. It
I
wasn't.
think that card's really good too.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really good against my deck. Turn
It's
off
really
that
good
evil
against
eye.
a lot of decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting rid of I mean, it's why people ran Admiral Two-Fist on McChompington.
I think the actual.
I don't know what that card does.
It's a champ card that says the same thing, but R commit after an attack is played. Seal one of your opponent's foundations. This attack is +2 or -2 speed.
Oh,
It's just
sweet.
like,
It's real good.
It's super good. It's got an alligator.
My favorite part of his
shooting cannon out
deck?
of his chest.
That's really cool.
Favorite part of his deck, White House.
Oh yeah.
White
Well,
House
yeah,
is
That's
so
really-
good.
it's really
White
good
House
in that
is
deck.
White House is good now, but well, even better because of stackers and such. Just because Gauge counts towards your White Houses because it says when a card enters your staging area.
I like it. I wish it was playing. At least I don't think it is.
What card?
Names
Yeah,
are
nobody
fucking
likes it. The burn Selinka attack.
It was.
Oh, wait,
was.
is it?
Moonflare.
Yeah.
Oh,
Moonflare.
that is Moonflare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. That is
Yeah.
Moonflare. He's
I
playing
think that
forward.
card is rad. Oh, well, this card's rad. Is that a bird on his hat?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that card's
Oh
cool.
no! Oh no! It's not a bird. It's a skull and a.
He's a pirate captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has two
He has
boats. If he has Ben Shoemaker, this is Ben Shoemaker's stuffed alligator. This was his remove from game pile. He had a little alligator, and he would take it anytime he'd remove a card from game. Toofus would eat it. Yeah, it was super cute.
That's
He retired
really
him.
Yeah, sweet
And
deck.
Toofus has more cardboard than most people.
I-
He's got like 3 or
I'm
4
pretty
cards
sure
or some
Toofus
shit.
has more cardboard or the same amount of cardboard as Ben Shoemaker.
Yeah. Moving on.
Jesse Allen playing
Jesse Allen
Grow.
playing Grow. How you like his Grow deck? You're the only person here who's played Grow. I made a Grow deck in your honor, but
Oh, it's it's this
Oh,
one.
four
Calamitous
Four Demi
Judgment?
Lovato.
Fortin Lovato. This dude's trying to reversal you.
Yeah.
Off-symboled Sun God Choke.
Swallow
Wow.
your soul.
Windmill Punch. This kid's trying to get you, man.
Jeez.
4 Guild Seeker.
I
I love
didn't-
this deck lineup.
I do not want to play against this.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know. Travis
So-
TNT Tangements. Expert opinion.
So
This card is gross. This deck is gross on offense.
I like this deck,
Gross.
but
And Calamitous Judgment is gross on defense.
yeah, I like this deck, but
Burns you for a 1 in
I
every one of
feel
cards in your
like-
card pool.
Sublimating Blade is actually just too good in this character to pass up on.
So the issue with Supplementing Blade is like with Supplementing Blade, you don't get access to Guild Seeker, which I think is like the thing, right? Like Guild Seeker, I'll discard a card, multiple it out, get 2/2, blow up a foundation I don't like,
Or an asset.
or an asset I
Which
don't
is
like.
So-
really viable.
Like White
right now,
House.
I think. Like a lot of different decks are playing
You
assets.
actually still do get access to Moonset with
Guild Seeker.
Guild Seeker because you can use the multiple as a multiple one for
Yeah, but you can't use
sublimating.
You
I
can't
thought-
use Guild Secret itself.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
Supplemental
fine.
Blade had to be a 3. A
Yeah,
3/3.
a printed 3
So
or
the
less
multiple copy
card.
can be because its technical printed difficulty is 0.
Oh.
Yeah.
The print-
That's why Supplementing Blade is so good, because you play 2 3s, Supplementing Blade, flip your 2 3s into momentum, and then you play another Supplementing Blade and you can flip the other ones.
Yeah, and then it's still a 7 for 7 because of Guild Seeker.
Okay. Okay. I'm down. So you think he should just like take out one of these cards and like? Do you think the other option is that like he just doesn't need it? Like it's the 2 is just not needed because of how often he just kills people?
I think I don't know. I think I would take out probably 2 Sun God Chokes. Like the card is good, but
The card's nuts in this deck.
if you're playing Sublimating Blade, you're outputting the same damage that this card gives you on one card.
Yeah, but like
True.
this card's
And you also
nuts.
don't have to pay life for it. So,
It moves.
yeah, it does, but he's not playing a bunch of foundations or anything that say this card moving actually matters.
His card pool being empty is what matters. He has to play more attacks.
Yes, that's
He can do Sun
but-
God, move it, play Windmill.
I think it's just like that it's like a free kind of like poke that like sets up more damage.
That also is.
And then the fact that it leaves and like with Grow's effect, it's just gonna pump your next attack, and then you're just gonna snowball downhill.
So when I made this grow deck in your honor, I did play Supplementing Blade, and I left out cool cards like don't do that, you're gonna wreck your phone. Like Guilt Seeker. But now that like you're talking about it, I kind of feel like you easily could just still play it. Like
Yeah.
I get and to that point, I'm just not positive that you need it in a character that gives 2/2 to everything, right? Like think about the games that you had whenever you were playing that deck. I think if you slimmed down this grow deck and made it look a little bit more like this, like Jesse Allen's deck, if you took out the supplement blades or like cut it to a 3 of, how often did that win you the game, and then by how much? On which multiple did it win you the game?
So
Normally, whenever you played it, right, you played like supplementing blade multiple 2, you let this one resolve, and then you picked it back up and played it again.
yeah.
And so like at that point, you don't even need the 3 diffs. Like you can just play supplementing blade by itself.
Yeah,
Poke them twice and then whatever, right?
that's true. Well, you only have to poke them once because of grow.
Right.
Yeah. So
And that
like
once was maybe with a Swallow Your Soul.
yeah. So I think that
That sounds
What-
rad.
when I played this deck, Sublimating Blade actually carried the deck super hard.
Okay.
Like, that was my kill condition, and most of the time, I could kill them with just raw stats because I was playing stuff like Death Charge, which said all of my attacks are now getting 2/4 instead of 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
But when I didn't have Death Charge, I had to kill them with Sublimating Blade.
Okay. I think this deck is really good. I love the fact he's playing 2 Erendite Replica on the sideboard, whether for breaker 3 blocks or increasing your multiple rating by
Yeah.
1.
I love that he's playing 4 out of your league on the side.
Oh, of course. Prepare Fight sucks.
And Revoke.
Yeah.
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 I
And
think
this
High
deck-
Seas.
This deck's good. It like honestly, I don't know how many mids there are here, but we maybe even like could play like a Reptile or even like a
Low, high.
what's her name? Zhanghua.
Yeah.
Like we might even like
None
be
of
able
these
to,
are
be able to
mids.
do some of that. What?
None of these attacks are mids.
One more punches.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Climax Judgment is.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
No,
Demi Lovato is.
it's. I thought Demi Lovato was a high.
No, it's a mid.
Calamitous Judgment is a mid.
Both
And so
Climax
is-
and Demi are highs.
So 4, 8, 12?
Yeah.
12 of our attacks are mids.
All right, we're gonna reset the camera and then we'll be back for top 4.